I installed a free AI on my PC to replace typing completely. Jarvis, optimize my image prompt for Z-image text to image. It's not a chatbot, it's not a web app, and I know I definitely didn't need to say Jarvis at the start, but I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fun. And you know the difference between Iron Man and Aluminium Man? Iron Man stops the bad guys. Aluminium Man just foils their plans. Oh, and this part's easy. It's completely free to use. You just go to speakly.ai, download the app, sign in, and that's basically it. No setup, no configuration, no watch this tutorial first moment. You're up and running right away. The thing is, this tool can be used for a lot of different stuff. Email, Slack, messages, scripts, and I figured, yeah, this should also be useful for prompt writing. So, for example, I can be in Comfy, and instead of carefully typing out a prompt, I'll just say something like, a woman shaped like a sunflower, standing in a sunny meadow, smiling and waving her hands. You know, now if we're being honest, it's not a great prompt, it's super short, there's barely any detail, and it's definitely not something I'd normally run as is, or maybe I would. I'm a lazy SOB. But instead of rewriting it manually, I can just select the text and say, turn this into a proper text-to-image prompt and add more detail. And that's it. I suddenly have a much richer prompt that I can just run straight away. What's nice is that I only spoke 2 short sentences out loud and I'm already generating images. And honestly, the results turned out pretty good. And if I want changes, I can just keep going. Rewrite this prompt in an illustration style. Done. Rewrite this prompt for realism. Done. Change the flower into a venomous, toxic Venus flytrap with nuclear missiles strapped to its back. Done again. I always forget the difference between venomous and toxic. One is you can't eat it. The other is dangerous when like biting you or whatever. I think poisonous is the one you can't eat, and venomous is like, you know, snakes are venomous. Are these prompts absolutely perfect every single time? Probably not. Doesn't matter. They're fast, really fast, and for me that speed easily outweighs a small drop in quality, and to be fair, I can manually just change this to whatever I want, right? Now the tool is called Speakly, and the interesting part isn't what it does, it's where it does it. It lives directly inside your operating system, which means it can write, edit, format, or translate text inside any app you're already using. So instead of switching tools, switching tabs, or copying stuff back and forth, you just talk. And the text shows up exactly where your cursor or your selection already is. Now, Speakly also works with different languages. There's no setup, no translator window. You just speak the language you want and it shows up right where your cursor is. Hej, jag kommer vara lite sent till mötet idag, men jag hör av mig strax. And if we want, we can now translate this to English, format it for a professional email, like that. So you can be in Slack, Outlook, Google Docs, Notion, anywhere where you type and use this. Actually, my editor keeps sending me Discord messages and, well, he's just talking now. I don't know if he's used his keyboard in a while. Anyway, I don't know about you, but I'm probably thinking faster than I am typing. Now, it's just very, very, very convenient sitting here and chatting to myself instead of typing it out. Some of you might be saying like, but Seb, when I talk, there's like a lot of ums and ahs and a lot of awkward pauses and whatnot. But Speakly kind of removes all of that. Now, you can take your time, you can ramble a bit. I know I do, I ramble a bunch. You can make mistakes. It's fine. You just say what you want to say and gets turned into something clean and usable in the end. So yeah, don't type, just Speakly. Is that a new verb? Anyway, just speak. You get the point. Another pretty cool thing here is that Speakly integrates with Genspark. So it's actually Genspark that created Speakly. We already talked about Genspark before, but just as a quick refresher, it's basically an all-in-one AI agent workspace. You can design things, generate content, analyze data, write documents, slides, spreadsheets, all that stuff lives in one place. Now, Genspark is a paid product. Speakly is not, so Speakly is free. But if you are using Genspark, Speakly slots right into that ecosystem, which, you know, that's pretty convenient. Now, I'm not saying like go get Genspark, but I do like free tools, and Speakly is one of them, and Speakly is pretty cool. And if you want to use that integration, you don't really have to do much. I just double tap the Alt key and this little text field pops up. From there, I can say something like, I'm going to create a slide presentation about the open source AI models. I hit enter and automatically takes me over to Genspark with the prompt already filled in for me. So all that's left to do is generate, and it gets to work. No copying, no pasting, no jumping between tools. It's basically one thought, one action. And depending on what you need, this might already feel done, or it might just feel like a really good starting point. If you want, you can keep iterating, add more context, tell it which choices to use, or ask it to redesign the whole thing in a different style. But even without touching anything, it already feels like something I could work with, which is kind of wild considering all I did was say one sentence out loud. Now, quick heads up though, as I probably mentioned, you need a Genspark account for this, and you need one of their paid plans. Setup takes a couple of minutes, nothing crazy. After that, it starts generating, and you're on your way. So that's their angle for giving you this free app. Now, do you have to use it with Genspark? No, you can use it for whatever you want. That's kind of the cool thing. Obviously, they're not going to release anything for free unless they're trying to get something out of it. Now, inside the Speakly app, you can set up your microphone and choose the keyboard key that activates it. By default, I think it's the right Alt, which I'm not using too much. I'm using the left Alt a bunch. And I mean, you can just leave it like that. Most of the other keys are already doing something anyway, but yeah, that's essentially up to you. Quick tip though, if you're using a non-English keyboard layout, Alt might not work the way you expect. We did some testing on some various European keyboards, so yeah, you might need to change the shortcut. Once you set it up to your liking, using it is really simple. I can literally just hold down Alt like I'm doing right now, talk normally, and then let go of the button. It's not typing live while I'm speaking, basically keeping everything in memory, and the moment I release the key, it processes what I said and then writes it out in one go, right? And you know what I kind of like about it? It's not trying to be this flashy piece of AI tech. It's just a very simple and kind of a powerful concept that quietly sits there and is a, pretty cool thing. I bet it could become one of those things that you get to miss once it's in your muscle memory. I know I had like an old, I don't know if it was like an old Samsung phone, and it had this button for the old AI assistant, and if you held that, you can also get it to write your text messages for you while you were speaking, which is kind of cool. I got used to that, and the next phone, that button wasn't there anymore, and I missed it, Also, it's kind of refreshing getting an AI tool for free these days, and it's not trying to be this flashy thing that constantly wants your attention. It's just a simple idea that lives in the background, just sits there, doing its job. When if you do want to try with Genspark, you get like a 7-day free membership to try it out or something. But to be honest, I'm good with Speakly. That's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.